God.
Mein Kampf.mp2.
Good cold open. 5 seconds of silence. And then Minecraft.mp2 is the first thing they hear. Great start, gentlemen. Top tier comedy.
Man, it's not even K2. That would have been so perfect.
We're totally gonna get banned in Germany at this rate, guys. I hate to break it to you.
That would have been perfect for the K2 opening. Oh man.
Jesus.
All this talk about world domination really brings up my struggles.
I see what you did there.
Anyone who knows German, talk about the German dream.
We do not condone any genocide in this students.
But if you're an art student, we're all for that.
Genocide via art student?
Well, yeah, because big
Yeah.
Adolf was an art student, and he got rejected.
Jesus.
And
Big man, tiny mustache, yeah.
Big man, tiny mustache. All cap, no bottle.
Water with no ice. Popeye's biscuit, no drink.
This has been a minute and 45 seconds
of a cold open.
Yeah. Very professional here on recording.
You're gonna put like a timestamp skip here.
Yeah, go to this timestamp to avoid the cacophony of idiocy.
Welcome to the Blue Phoenix podcast.
Yes.
Got it. Anyway, last time on Dragon Ball Z, our intrepid heroes, Sin Android, returned from Honolulu at the end of the MDRR, and they reconnected with their old friends in Ryanstown, and they bought some stuff, and they talked to some people, and then they met this
Where's Oid, you ask?
Guy.
Still in Honolulu.
Yeah, they met this super suspicious guy who claimed his name was Dante Riddle. Literally the most sus name I think I've ever had. And he gave the group a job to kill, quote, his ex-wife, even though the man was never married to the woman that he wanted them to kill, and he was really cagey about information. Anyway,
but we piece.
This is what you guys did without me. I'm glad I didn't show up.
We kill people.
Yeah, they also.
Well, there would have been more Oid if you had shown up, because you could have stolen so many great phases.
You could have. The group did also gank like another random executive who happened to be in the car with the woman they were trying to kill. So that's
luckily luckily they were part of the same company.
Luckily, you say.
Probably the reason this guy's divorced.
Speaking of which, I need to go and upgrade the heat meter.
Sick nasty.
When I find the synthetic chem option in this massive list, here we go. Yeah, the list of corporations, like the list of dead people I know, is expanding.
I'm a normal truck driver.
I haven't posted those videos yet.
Oh man.
God,
I wonder what that could be in reference to.
I wonder. A modern mystery.
This crazy white man.
But yeah, so also I should note, Aztec is still at the red. They're one bip away from black bagging. So keep that in mind. So the group did that. But we were gonna rewind a bit of time here. We're gonna go back a whole 24 hours back to when Andrew Oid stepped off the plane back in Ryanstown, and immediately you get a text from your handler within the Malfu clan, and she's like, I've been trying to contact you for like the past month and a half. I know you're in the city again. Meet me at the usual spot.
My air tag has been on you this entire time.
I'm like, oh shit.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all I say.
He just stands there, and then nothing else. Just dead face in his face.
Does everybody look at him with like, what?
But yeah, I guess I will do a hop and a skip over to my place before the meeting time so I can freshen up,
Yeah. Change appearances. Okay, so guys, you get back to your apartment. There are still a few like bullet holes in the walls and stuff from where Bonus shot up with the shotgun a few weeks ago. But that's fine.
Did we get him a new place, or is this a new place?
Did he get a new place?
I could have sworn we had to buy him a new apartment or something.
I don't remember if he did or not. He might have. But yeah, so
It's been so long.
It has been so long. This is what happens when you're away from home for many months out of character, but literally like in game multiple months as well. So you change your appearance. You head over to the warehouse where you met with her before, the opium den, and she's there in like sitting on one of like the cushioned pillows next to like the big Lightyear like hookahs. And she's like, Mr. Wong, please, have a seat. And she gestures to a pillow on the floor next to her.
And I'll, do a little bit of a bow and I'll sit down and I'll be like, yes.
Yes, the Hispanic man with neon hair taking a bow to a traditional Asian woman.
Yes, it is I, the mariner. It's a reference literally nobody but us will get.
That's cursed.
Yeah. Top tier comedy here, Korner Gaming. Only inside jokes. Literally indecipherable comedy. So you sit down, and she's like, yes, Mr. Wong, you are one difficult man to find, apparently.
Indeed. I can be like that sometimes. But I assure you, it's nothing in bad faith. I'm just a busy man.
Oh, so you were avoiding my calls about that destroyed big rig full of cocaine that blew up on your watch?
No, certainly.
Oh, really? Well, glad that misunderstanding is taken care of. Regardless, I expect to be recompensated, alright?
Yes, of course.
Do you happen to have, like, the literally 15 quintillion US dollars worth of drugs that were lost?
Not quite at this moment, but I assure you I'm working.
It's like, 15 quintillion US dollars corresponds to around 50,000 actual collars. Inflation
wow.
Is,
honestly,
right
you've tricked me. It's like, I'm going to use my enhanced cybernetic augmentations to, do the math for the exchange rate. And then when I realized it's only like 50K, I'm like, yes, is there a specific, account you would like me to place this money into, or?
And she sends you like an AR message that that has like the account information. The account is named debt deposit, essentially.
I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna be like, a guy named Debt Deposit? It's kind of weird, but okay. Kind of on the nose.
Yes, Mr. Deposit is our one of our many accountants.
I see. Very fitting.
All right, do you pay the money?
I'll pay half of it right now.
None of it.
Wow. I mean, you literally have 50,000 just in, like, the money that you made from the other drugs. You sold, like, half of them.
I mean, I know, but it's like, I gotta maintain appearances, I don't want them to know that I'm filthy fucking rich, It's kind of embarrassing, alright?
did just say that he doesn't have the money.
Okay, so you give her half, and she's like, "Where is the other half, Mr. Wong? Is something Wong?"
And we go, wow, are you
Something
making fun of my name? That's like a little uncouth, I will say.
This is very
No, this
unpogger
is
of you.
my accent. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, I see. Well, then it seems I was in the wrong. My apologies.
But yeah.
But yes,
Money?
Go do the dishes.
as I have said, I do not quite have all of the funds ready at this moment, but very shortly I will be acquiring them, shall I say?
And she's like, "Well, you are aware that we do expect you to pay with interest."
Yes.
52,000.
52,001.
And one. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't paying things in values that are less than 1,000. So we kind of like bring up my vibe.
Never less than $4,000.
That's another inside joke nobody will get but us.
Guys, really hitting all the zingers today, huh?
We really are. References to videos that haven't come out yet, inside jokes, we're on a roll. So she's like, well, as long as you're aware of the arrangement, the interest is literally like 100%.
Hello, now.
The interest is probably like 10%, something like that. It's still pretty high. Interest isn't that much, is it? Probably like 20%.
So at this juncture, does Oid's phone ring?
Probably, yeah. But he just doesn't answer it. He's like, no, I don't have time for this.
It rings
the
3
PCs
times.
Called you last time in the middle of their mission to see if you were gonna accept it with them, and then I had you not answer, so you don't answer even when the phone rings. You're just like, meatbag's dumb. You just don't pick up the phone.
Picking up on the 3rd ring, I see.
Yeah, so she's like, seems that you are a busy man, Mr. Wong.
Indeed, I am.
She's like, well, I don't want to keep you from any of your business, but do take care to handle that debt soon. It's quite a hefty one.
Indeed.
So wait, he just paid off 25,000, right?
Yeah, he's got 25K in debt.
And its interest is 100%.
No, interest is like 20%.
Oh, well then why did she say it's 100% interest?
Is yoke.
Oh.
Very funny.
You know what they say, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Jeez, we really are hitting on the bangers today, huh? My God. Egg puns? we're only like 13 minutes in. God.
After the meeting, she's like, "You better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet."
I hate to break a few eggs, if you don't pay that debt back, but you hate to if you'd have a great fall, you know what I'm saying? Humpty Dumpty over here.
Oh yeah, I'll leave, and then I'll smile wickedly as I leave the building, and cackle to myself maniacally as I don't realize my evil plan, my ultimate deception. I'm just gonna come back like an hour later with the other half of the money, because I don't feel like paying.
So this is what he was doing all day.
I knew it. It's like interest. Oh, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, that's why I had the interest. I'm like, Okay, so you come back like an hour later.
Alright, you know what? I'll make it a little bit more realistic. I'll make it 2 hours, alright?
Okay, so you come back, and you pay the rest of it, and you just send it remotely over to her, and she texts you back, and she's like, Ah,
That was
very
quick.
good. That was a very quick turnaround. I guess you had some debts you needed to call on or something?
I'm like, you could say that. I told you I would have the money shortly.
He's just at home making drugs.
Yeah, just chilling.
At this point, she sees on the news.
Yeah,
Rihanna.
yeah, like Oid like in his apartment, and he sees on the news like shootout in the near the corporate district today. A limousine was found filled with corpses and bullet holes from an unknown assailants. Took out 2 corporate bodyguards before executing the driver and the 2 Synthetic Chem Solutions executives that were in the vehicle at the time. Authorities have very few suspects, and also don't really care.
A clean getaway.
I was
Bad
saying
for your
that.
fame.
I was saying that Floyd's boss sees the news after he plopped in the money would be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, is something
Wait
wrong
a
also a hitman? No.
Nah.
Couldn't be.
Impossible. Couldn't be.
Couldn't be something wrong.
Not my Wong.
Nice, gentle soul.
Honestly, that's vile slander. Something wrong wouldn't hurt a fly.
Exactly.
He'd heard it.
The bean, on the other hand.
Yeah, that's the mean. Yeah.
The bean. Emotionally unstable.
So yeah, the day rolls over,
That one up
and now
reasonably,
we're all caught
reasonable
up.
insanity.
I will say that there is like a while of where you guys like rest and have some time off. I'll give you like, what do you say, 1 or 2 weeks before you guys start looking for like a real job.
I'd say 1.
Yeah, I can rest for 1, you know? I'm a very workaholic type person.
That gives me time to get my sword back.
Oh yeah, you
does.
did.
Yeah, so you get a very fancy schmancy katana.
Is
so
it shipped to me, or do I have to go pick it up?
If you wanted it to be shipped to you, it would get shipped to you.
I would love to go and pick it up because
What
that
about
blacksmith
these
guy is
stocks
very
first,
interesting
bro?
character.
I gotta
Oh
know
yeah,
these
the stocks. Let's get
also
the
the stocks,
the
yes.
sweep on the stocks.
We've got 2, right? We have the KE.
LSSI and KE.
Alright, I'll do KE first because they're less likely to be bad. I got a 63. That's pretty good. So they
Hey,
do increase.
Sick.
that's pretty good, man. It is pretty good, man.
What about this LSSI? Man, I got a lot of content.
68.
Ooh.
So they're
No, this is I
also
also
pretty
got
good.
a 68.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm on my very long run to turning over profit.
Yeah. I mean, you've already like almost doubled your profit. But yeah, so that's the stock stuff. So yeah, so Cairo, you go over to the big skyscraper, Japanese themed skyscraper.
I'm gonna see if Bonus wants to come with me this time.
You call Bonus, and he picks up the phone, and you hear like some struggling, like and like shuffling around, and he's like, "Yeah, what do you want?"
So doing some business, eh?
Like, yeah. I mean, he's like,
You almost done?
like, this guy's taking a while to pass out, so a couple minutes.
All right, meet me at this address. I got someone you probably want to meet.
Like, all right,
All
I'll
right,
be there.
sick nasty. And then yeah, let's start heading over.
Alrighty, so you head on over. at the new Titanite weapon rules from, I think, Nox has it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't have the new one. Where is
Which one?
the new one?
Oh, there's new rules for them?
Yeah. I
Uh,
heard that the new group has it.
Hmm. Oh, so I think you need to add possibly a 0 to my colors because I'm looking at them and I'm like, hold on. When did I spend all of my money?
When you were robbed overnight.
Yeah.
I'm going on a mass murdering spree now.
Of course. You and Bonus can join forces.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just copy and pasting the new Titanite weapon rules over. Yeah, okay. So I will copy over the katana rules from bonuses sheet and just give it over to Tyrol. I'll put that up top. So yes, so you head over to your contact's apartment, big skyscraper building, and Bonus is there waiting for you out front. And you guys, go into the building. You tell the receptionist that you're here to see the dude. You're there to see Mr. Mammoth. And the receptionist's like, all right, yeah, elevator on your left, and then you go up there, and then you go up to his penthouse, and he hands you this incredibly pretty Titanite Damascus katana.
Ooh.
So it isn't just normal Titanite; it's Damascus alloyed with steel, which technically makes it weaker, but it looks cool. So it comes with the dipped in gold modification as an additional bonus.
Do we have a picture for it?
No, I do not. Then I get that.
All right, I'll get that far.
So yeah,
Give me a moment.
Very nice, very pretty. I'll pull out the rulebook so I can get the dipped in gold.
You already put the new rules for it?
For what? The sword? Like the Titanite stuff? Yeah. So yeah, he hands you this very fancy schmancy looking weapon.
How's the balance on it?
The balance is
Balance of the blade to the hilt.
Dude.
Nice. turn to him and I'll be like, I love it.
And he's like, he bows slightly to you, and he's like, of course, my craftsmanship is renowned.
Alright, well, you've made a happy customer out of me.
He's like, of course, I am glad. Should you ever need any more delicate work, I am your man.
Of course, of course. Sick nasty, I now have a very expensive blade.
Oh yeah, very, very expensive blade.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you guys leave. The week goes by. The rest of the week, for the rest of half the week goes by. None of you are gainfully employed, so I don't have to give you like hourly rates for the week.
That's a lie. Just kidding.
So the week comes to a close, and you all receive a text message from none other than the captain himself. And he tells you that he's got a job lined up, and he wants you to meet him at his bar to discuss the details.
Okay. Oh, that's actually better. Okay. Take that. Alright, I'll put the sword design also in character dump. Is that one good, or find something else?
Well, that works, I suppose.
Alright, sick. Alright, yeah, I'll go. Of course, my little buddy Ankh comes with me everywhere I go.
Alrighty. The
No,
rest of
no
you, are
robo
you
dog
all,
left behind.
you all responding to the captain's call?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, cringe.
I'm just setting up something. I also sent you how much I'm supposed to have.
Who am I? You are.
And I'm gonna go my lovely crime car, which is also my everyday car.
Wait, you're gonna use the crime car for not crime? Despicable.
What are you talking about? It's the setup crime car. It's gonna go.
I'll use my car.
Your new car?
MDRR car?
Yeah.
The super advanced, souped up sports vehicle?
Oh yeah. You know it, bro.
Cool. So Mr. Oid, are you going to attend the meeting?
Seeing as you weren't here for the last
Sure.
one.
I think I've taken care of all my business for now.
Alrighty. So you all head on over to the Condemned, of course, the classic location, and you all will arrive at more or less the same time for dramatic effect, and you walk inside as per usual. You kind of creep through the tight little alleyway, because of course the Condemned is still encased in that apartment building, skyscraper, that was purchased around it and built around the building because the captain refused to sell his property. He's a stubborn old man. And you guys squeeze through the little alleyway there, get into the bar, and the captain's like, if it isn't a few of my best customers, please have a seat.
Okay.
I take a seat.
Alrighty. He's like, all right, so first of all, I want to congratulate you guys on the work you did for the MDRR. I watched it on the news the whole way there. It was pretty epic, pretty cool. Nobody died, so that's nice. That's good.
It sounds like you were hoping one of us would die.
Like, what? No, I didn't. And he just like leans over and wipes the name Kyra off of a board labeled Deadpool.
Do I look like a chump to you?
Yes.
Bang.
Bang. Another reference.
I was
Another
waiting
inside
for
joke.
you to shoot me.
Yeah.
Add it to the tally.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you guys probably haven't noticed the Deadpool. It's on the wall behind the captain. But Bonus's name has been up there at like #1 for like the entire campaign.
So people are just expecting him to die?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he does have clones of his dead friends hunting him down, which...
I mean, I know
pretty
my
weird.
name's pretty high up there.
Yeah, your name's pretty high up there. Nobody knows. Like, I think Oid's aliases are up there like several times.
Something Wong.
Yeah, something Wong,
The Bean.
Yeah, but nobody knows which one's real.
Xanthorpe.
Xanthorpe's name's not on there. I don't think Not's name's on there either, because she's too new to the condemned. Nowhere.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, Bonus's name is like definitely like top 3 at least. So yeah, so the captain's like, well, glad to see that you're all back and in tip-top shape. You know, I mean, I know that Mr. Oid here took a little bit of a beating, which I don't think is particularly out of the ordinary for him, but still. I will assume that Oid got patched up as well, by the way, between sessions. So yeah, Skimmer's like, all right, well, you're here for a job, and who am I to deny you said job? This one, and he kind of turns to Oid.
Right.
He's like, this one might be a bit on the sensitive nature for you, friend, but you know, let me know if this isn't your cup of tea. And you're like, so, a few days ago, I was contacted by an android calling on behalf of artificial life, and they told me that they were interested in hiring a gang of mercenaries, of runners, to do some work for them. Specifically, I believe they were.
I'm gonna
like
have
you
to like
guys
just
to,
the quiet stare between Captain and Oid.
Yeah, there is like and then the captain's like, yeah, that is why I said it might be a bit of a touchy subject. But yeah, they came around asking for mercs to do a job. They say that they want someone to repossess a rogue android. That isn't Oid. I made sure of that. Different android.
Okay, because we're definitely not giving him up.
Yeah.
As long as that's clear.
It's not Oid. I'm not looking for him. I'm looking for somebody else. And ordinarily they don't come around asking for mercenaries to do that kind of a thing. But it would appear that the rogue android booked it into one of the dead zones, and they won't send an expedition team to the dead zone.
Okay,
So,
it all makes sense now.
yeah. They don't want to send their repo teams into the dead zone to fetch a single android. So they want some goons to do it for them. And you guys are the perfect goons for the job, if I don't say so myself.
Oh, that's nice. I'll turn to Bonus and be like, he does care about us.
I can't believe it. He called us goons.
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard him say about me.
But yeah, the guy was like, yeah, so I know that's a bit touchy, but I figured you guys wouldn't want to work for Xanthorpe again so soon. So I was looking for something else to give you, and this is the first thing that came up.
Nice.
Well, Oid. I mean, I'm gonna
I
leave this.
think
I'm gonna leave this up to Oid because this is not my territory.
I think Oid doesn't
I'm
care.
interested.
I'll speak what's on everybody's mind. What's the pay?
The captain's like, well, the pay, as far as I'm aware, at least their offering amount, was 15,000 per person.
You okay, Cairo?
I choked on my drink a little bit. 15,000?
Yeah, 15,000 per person.
Is this if it's come back alive or dead? What's the situation
Well,
on that?
I did ask them about that, and they did say they would prefer the android alive because they can just wipe the memory, reset the programming, and then resell the android again. But they say that if it needs to come in dead, they'll pay you for the scrap.
Okay, but how
And how
about
dead is
alive but in
dead?
pieces?
But what do you mean? How dead is dead?
I
Yeah,
mean, if
for-
we
for-
just so happen to have it still, functioning, but it just so happens to have broken knees and arms.
Oh, well, I mean, they'll dock your pay, but I don't think they'll.
I'll turn to Oid and be like, Oid, for an android, how dead is dead?
I guess I'll tap the side of my head and go, it's all up here. Everything else is replaceable, essentially.
Ah, so no headshot.
Alright.
Well, yeah, you can't destroy the power supply, and you can't destroy the motherboard. The GPU.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Oid just runs on like a couple double A's, so.
And Captain's like, I think our friend in the basement would disagree with that assessment, but
You know what? Yeah, you're right. He runs on triple A's. Alright, where are we looking?
the Captain's like, yeah. So,
Not Cairo being racist towards.
sure, bro. Sure, definitely racist. But yeah, so the Captain's so are you gonna take the job or?
Oid?
Sure.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure he was alright with hunting down another android.
I'm like, all right. Well, if that's the case.
Yes, we'll take it.
All right. Do you want to meet with the representative and ask them any more questions, or are you just good to go?
That would be smart, yeah.
I was like, all right. Well, as far as I'm aware, they gave me the address to some cafe.
Always with the
downtown.
cafes with these people.
Wait, you don't like cafes?
No, but it's every time. They can't pick something like a fucking warehouse.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't get to eat.
Bonus is
All right.
like, make a public place so nobody can kill each other.
I mean, I know that, but
If
it's like,
if Texan Industries called us up and wanted us to do a job, and they said to me it's this secluded warehouse on the edge of town, I think it'd be pretty sus.
then we just wouldn't meet them.
Yeah, but people are dumb and walk into traps all the time.
Are we people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Wade's not, but the rest of us are.
We're all right.
And then Captain's like, yeah, so here's the address, and he gives you an AR text. He's like, meet him. I'm pretty sure the android is gonna be there all day, because I don't think it moves very much. I think it just kind of chills. It's a robot. So yeah, head on over.
Fair enough. All right, yeah. I'll go back and
What?
switch to my
Amazing.
bike before I do this.
There is a little bit of shopping I'd like to do before we go out on this mission. So,
Shopping?
I'm going
you
to do
said?
that. You guys can meet with the rep.
He specifically requested Oid to be there.
We got this job because you're an android.
I see they have
No,
a-
Android
a-
shows.
an artificial life repo team down the block from the cafe, and they requested Oi to be there. Very strange.
Very strange, very strange.
Yeah,
Sure, I'll meet with the robot. I'll probably be the first one to show up. Unless Bonus isn't gonna go somewhere and change and all this stuff.
No, bonus will head over to the meeting. Bonus wears what he wears. He's got his trench coat, got his mask, got his glowing neon blue and white shoes. He's fine.
I definitely don't have all that. I'm more of a all black type person. It's always a funeral every day.
Well, yeah, Bonus doesn't want to look like a hitman when he's walking down the street. He still does because he has like an aura of
Death.
that follows him. But you know, aesthetic-wise,
Yeah.
not that bad.
I
Kara's
guess
not
so,
gonna
yeah.
change clothes, he's gonna change vehicles.
Still requires you to show up late. I'm gonna make fun of you if you do that. I'm gonna be like, come on, showing up late to a meeting? It's like, guys, you could have waited up for us. It's like,
Yeah,
so yeah.
going to race there to be the first one.
oh, don't try me,
Foot
bro.
race. On a foot race?
He
On
would
a
lose in foot race.
he would lose in a foot.
He's not that fast. But yeah, so you all head over. Oid, what are you going to purchase?
12 tons.
I'm going
TNT.
down to local, I don't know, a Radio Shack equivalent. And I'm going to purchase a large hard drive.
A large hard drive. Okay, how large?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. Let me.
Maybe like
Okay.
5 to 7 petabytes per chance.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Get a, 10 petabyte hard drive.
Yeah, I
What
don't
are you
think
getting?
There's like a server like block is like petabytes. I think Kyle and I
Oh
figured
yeah,
it
we did
out.
the math.
We did
Yeah.
the math, and it takes like 42 server towers to hold 5 petabytes.
Wow, even in
At
the
that point,
far
just get a
future
fucking
trend.
human brain.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
in the
takes, like,
far-flung future,
yeah,
I
it takes a
guess it'd be a little bit less, but
lot.
it
Yeah, it'd be a
in
bit
all.
because like all the computers are, like quantum computers now. But
Mhm.
like we use like the top of all line numbers in the modern day for the server numbers, so I would round it down to say 40 server towers instead of 42.
Wow. Wow.
Processing power has not come very far.
I mean, it has, but like 5
Still a
to
lot.
7 petabytes
On the
of all that
commercial
stuff
level.
is a lot. Yeah.
We're at like 60 terabytes.
So yeah, are you trying to like get a big enough HDD that can store the android's memory?
Basically,
Personality?
yeah.
Okay. How much do we think an unsentient android brain would take up? Probably not that much, right? Probably like a couple
An
terabytes.
unsentient.
Well, if an unsentient android's brain is storing data. Wait, hold on, because there's.
I think the better
it only
question
has
we
like
would.
several directives, right?
Yes, I think the better question we should ask is either A, Boyd waits for us, he calls us and be like, "Are you with the guy?" And what is the like, what did the android do? And we base it off of that, because a bouncer is gonna have more than a bot that just shuffles around boxes. You get what I'm
Fair.
saying?
Wow, I'm insulted. Are you saying that a automated toaster isn't just as complex as a human being?
But
Yes.
no, toasters are higher than human
Toasters
beings.
have like a 25 petabyte memory hard drive in their little toaster bits. For
That's
sure.
why we don't see. That's why we don't see toasters in every apartment we break into. They're that expensive.
Yeah, they're actually like.
That's why
8
Ankh
million
acts like a dog.
Yeah.
Ankh is just a very high-tech toaster.
But yeah, you
Actually,
guys don't
that's a
know what
pretty
the
good.
rogue
That's a pretty good
android
upgrade for
was, so-
Ankh. We're
Well,
gonna have
if
Ankh make toast now.
let's see here, if
Great.
what would, out of character, or even in character, what would we know would be the highest level of non-sentient androids?
The highest level of probably either like dealership droids that are like because androids are like the highest general class. Like they're meant to look
Yeah.
like humans. They're meant to do human jobs, but they usually only do like
Yeah.
one human job.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like the dealership or like the representative androids, like the one that you're going to meet right now. Or there's like the pleasure robots, or there's like the police run like military robots, and there's like the customer service robots.
All right, so
Pick a
these
different
high-level robots taking on human jobs, would we think? How big would we think these storage is for them, if any?
Well, this is the thing, because they probably wouldn't have very much internal storage. A lot of their memories would probably get backed up to like artificial life's like
They'd have a
city-sized
backup.
warehouse block of
Yeah,
server
they'd have
towers.
a backup, but their
Yeah.
own components itself, how big would we think that would be?
This is an important question though, because if most of their memories are stored on artificial life servers, if they go rogue, the artificial life still has access to all their memories.
This is true, but now they have.
This
A
is
new
raising some
directive?
concern, because if Oid is to be, believed to be an android, what company made him?
Artificial life.
We knew what company made him, like out of character.
Oh.
I don't know if in character we know, but Artificial Life made him.
Yeah, I don't
As-
think character either.
We're not.
Tyra's gonna start having some questions about Oid after this conversation.
I mean, I'm assuming that Oid would be smart enough to call us and be like, "Hey, tell me what type of robot it is," and we're like, "Why? Don't worry about it." And out of
Alright,
character,
yeah,
we're
fair
trying to, we're trying to figure out how much this damn thing costs. So first, let's
I would
just go
say
to.
fairly expensive, because,
Well, no, we're not talking about how much the Android costs. I'm pretty sure anyone can go to Radio Shack and buy like a 1 terabyte hard drive for under $100.
I mean, yeah, terabytes are not that expensive. Petabytes, you would need
Yeah,
like,
if-
server towers to do.
Yes, so if you need 1 petabyte, that's like I think, what is it? One storage thing of
Well, if like 5 is like 4, I think it's like 7 is 42, then 1 would be still like several server towers of data.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure these rogue androids
so
don't have a
the
petabyte.
human brain can store
Human brain is
2.5 petabytes.
Well, the numbers that I've
Right.
been using are 5 to 7.
Yes.
For the human brain?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think androids would use that because they like assuming because they were created under the assumption that they would never leave artificial life's like remote like cloud network essentially. So I think most of their memories are stored externally.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that any android that isn't sentient, because we're under the assumption it's not sentient, it just went rogue.
Yeah. They
only
probably
has
they're
the limited amount.
By rogue they mean sentient.
Okay.
So I
Then-
would assume probably like 50 terabytes of data or something like that is like internally stored, and then the rest is like once like whatever
External.
information. Yeah, it's like how humans have like short-term memory, and then like long-term.
Long-term?
memory. The long-term gets
Mm.
shuffled to the cloud, and then the short-term stuff gets like.
So
memory.
rogue sentient, so rogue sentient AIs live on a constant short-term memory until they upgrade themselves, type deal.
Essentially.
They wouldn't because they would be connected to artificial life servers, but artificial life could still access that long-term memory, and that's where they find them, probably. That's just what I would
Makes
assume,
sense.
because like unless the robots figured that out and separated themselves from their external drives, but then they would be
Walking
operating
around with a
short-term
server
memory.
tower
Yeah, they would need to like severely upgrade their internal working.
themselves. Yeah. Boyd is out of character, a very special case. He
Yes,
probably
literally, like,
doesn't
alien
need
thing.
to.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
need
he
that
doesn't
external
need-
drive. I mean, I think androids, like the artificial androids, they probably use like nano machinery to make the brains, so they probably wouldn't need one either. We just need to like jailbreak their own brains to get access to like the full
Imagine
processing power.
jailbreaking a brain.
Yeah, they would need to like bust past artificial life's like Asimov's 3 rules of artificial intelligence kind of thing, and be like,
Yeah.
I need to access like the full processing power that my components give me. Why does artificial life give robot drones the capability to be human? Don't ask questions.
Don't ask.
They are a
Detroit.
tech cult. They are a
Don't ask.
technophile cult, so they do that on purpose.
I work for them. They're pretty nice, you know.
They're
They
not,
give
they're
good.
weird.
Yeah.
They're culty. But
Have great
I would
parties
say,
though.
In Oid's case, if you wanted to buy like a hard drive to store the robot's temporary memory, you could definitely do that. But if you wanted to take the whole thing, you would need like another android's like nanotech brain. Or a small server bank.
All right. Well, I'll settle for short term for now.
Alright, that'll be like $500.
So $5.
Well, 500 collars.
Yeah.
Bucks and colors are interchangeable.
Yeah, I figured.
So yeah, the rest of you having this conversation in the car as you're driving over.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys pull up to this cafe, and you guys see there is a young woman sitting perfectly straight backed at one of the metal mesh tables under like one of the umbrellas at this street level cafe. And she has like blue hair, like shoulder cropped blue hair. And she has like a bunch of like lines, metal like folds in her like body where the skin plates are attached to the android underframe. Because she's in this Kuboskoid, she can't have the holograms. And so, yeah, you guys walk up and she's like, greetings, mercenaries. I am your Johnson.
What's up, Johnson?
Well, alright then.
She's like, I represent artificial life.
I pause and I go, fuck. Okay.
And she's like, I was told you have questions for me. What do you need? What do you require of me?
One is, what are we targeting? You know? What is it, rogue AI or android we're going after?
And she's like, do you mean what kind of android it is?
Yes.
The android was and then she lists off like some super long model number. She's like, or in layman's terms, like a negotiation android. So one of the more advanced ones, like this android, like a representative android, essentially.
Is it armed?
The representative
Probably.
droid. That, and then she lists off the entire model again. Does not come standard with any armaments or means of self-defense. However, we do believe the android has since acquired weaponry.
Okay.
And then the representative's like, before the rogue android separated its brain, well, not brain, separated its processors from our external servers, we detected that it had acquired minimal protection and was holding up in an abandoned building. And then she lists like the number of one of the dead zones.
Is she talking in grid coordinates or binary? Like,
She's talking in like grid coordinates.
okay, I'll punch them in while she's doing that.
Alrighty.
Alright. Any other questions? Okay. What does it look like?
And she gives you, the representative texts you guys over an AR, like a headshot of the model. I mean, it's just like a generic looking, like, office worker, like, white guy.
Well, alright then. Shouldn't be too hard to find in a dead zone.
Where are we gonna give you the body?
And she provides you with an address for one of the, like, nearby artificial life production facilities.
I'll have another question. Is there anyone else on this job?
Any other mercenaries?
Like mercenaries? Is this like
Anyone
an
in
open
general?
contract or?
She's like, no, we have not hired any additional mercenaries for this job.
Okay, so no one can really try and take it from us. Okay, good to know that.
I mean, they didn't hire anyone. That doesn't mean anything else.
Fair enough.
I ask her, I go, is there a reason, a probable reason why I went rogue, or?
The representative's like, artificial life is not legally obligated to reveal that information.
I figured.
Could have seen that one coming.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I'll ask the representative. I'll be like, all right. So, that's saying we didn't destroy its memory bank, right? But we broke it in a few places. What's her pay looking like?
It's like, if asking if you broke it?
Like it's like how we asked the captain.
Joints.
Alive, but still broken.
Mm-hmm.
So your pay would be deducted according to the cost of the damage done.
Oh damn! So let's see here. Arm 20. No. 2. So that's what, 4,400. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, obviously, we only want to try and aim for the legs.
That's 2,400.
Exactly, but it also minimalizes loss of payment.
You never know. Still might have a gun.
Okay. So then, disarm it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, we're not gonna have a problem tracking this thing.
Probably.
I'll ask her if there is any kind of tracking device on the android.
It's like artificial life maintains a series of contingencies in the case of rogue android defection. However, the rogue android has since deactivated or circumnavigated all of said contingencies.
I see.
And then she does provide the coordinates for the last known location, which appears to be like an abandoned building in the dead zone, or one of the nearby lawless dead zones, like a gang-controlled dead zone, essentially.
Okay. All right. So it's in a gang-controlled area.
Well, yeah, just like lawless, essentially.
Well, that goes without saying. It's a dead zone. All right. Well, any more questions from the gang?
Nope.
Okay,
I mean,
well, then we're off.
Is Oid on the phone with us or no?
No, is he?
He said he was.
Got anything to ask Tweed that we want to ask her?
I think everything is covered.
Well, let's go meet up with Oid. And let's go get this robot.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys meet up with Oid, then you guys head over to the dead zone. The representative also would have told you that artificial life can grant you guys access to the dead zone, but they cannot let you legally leave unless you have the android in your hand, like in your control. Because of course the dead zones are walled off sections of the city that are heavily guarded and like manned by like security towers and like turrets and drones and like Enterprises soldiers. So.
Right.
Hold on, I took off my headphones. So what in the world did I walk back into?
You're dead.
Oh.
Wow.
Rocks fell on you.
Yeah. Burrowing crab falls. You die.
Wow, quantum tunneling crab falls. Goddamn.
But yeah, so the artificial life drone can give you guys like the AR tags that tell the KE guard at the gate that like, oh, yes,
They're just here to
people
do a
are, like,
job.
Yeah, they're here to do a job. But you can't leave unless you have the android.
Wait.
So if we can't find it, this is a one-way trip.
Essentially.
Hold on. Aren't we going to a
Alright.
dead zone?
Yeah.
Yes. But we're going under contingents.
We're going under a company-owned dead zone.
Was that a company-owned dead zone? It's just that it's walled, like they're walled off parts of the city.
Oh. That's what you meant. Okay.
You can't just like come and go freely from a dead zone. I mean, you kind of can.
There's like ID checks and everything.
Yeah, there are checkpoints. You can pass them, but it's difficult.
So basically, we have a
The
free
only reason
pass.
we were able to go in so easily last time was because we were with LSSI.
Yeah, you can enter just fine. It's entering isn't the problem. It's the leaving that's the hard part.
Yeah.
The walls and stuff are designed to keep people in.
It's usually helpful to have proof of address within the city.
Yeah, proof of address, like your con number, proof that like, you aren't affiliated with any nefarious organizations, you never been arrested before, all that kind of stuff.
I don't think Kyra's been arrested before.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
If you have, you wouldn't be in this game.
Yeah.
This is true. This would be a very different campaign.
So yeah, do keep that in mind, that you can't leave unless artificial life lets you leave, and they will only do that if you have the android. Because they don't want to get gypped, essentially.
Yeah, I could see that. So
Hey.
this is essentially careful pre-planning time, right?
I mean, like Captain said, they'll pay for scrap.
I mean, yeah, but we don't want to just bring back scrap. I'm gonna bring my sword. I'm gonna bring.
Like there isn't like necessarily like a time limit. Like you don't have to do this immediately, but the longer you wait, the farther away and the deeper in the dead zone this android will run. So.
Well, I mean, Kyra's just gonna go back and like quickly grab a couple things.
Yeah, but he's gonna grab his revolving shotgun.
I'm gonna grab my sword and my double barrel. I'm also gonna go and pick up some more of the EMP rounds. So if I can disable it with the EMP rounds, like without like frying it, that would be like the optimal.
Yeah, just it's like stuns and like EMPs would be ideal.
Yeah, so I'll pick up. I have a double barrel, so I'll say 4 of each. At the Jamaican fellow who runs the truck.
Alrighty. Easily done. I will have a look. Well, I think, like, if you wanted, you could just add the modification for EMP rounds for the double barrel and just always have them on hand.
Oh, okay, then yeah, sure.
I think that I have the pricing. Do I?
I
Because if
remember
it's just
seeing it.
easier to buy rounds for it, then I'll do that.
Wait, oh, yeah, the double barrel.
Well, wouldn't it just be under shotgun? Because I know I have EMP rounds on shotgun.
I have not added the EMP rounds.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
EMP
Hmm.
ammo.
Should I buy an EMP clip?
For related, I'm also going to make one more purchase.
Well, you're gonna make a
Oh,
purchase,
jeez.
Xavier? What are you gonna purchase?
Kevlar vest.
Wow, you're gonna buy a Kevlar vest?
Literally, yes. This is the dead zone after all.
I mean, yeah, that's accurate. Okay, so.
Alright. So the Jamaican guy, right? I'm on good
Hello,
terms with
man.
him.
How are you doing? It is me, my brother. Yes, how are you?
I'm gonna approach him and be like, I'm looking for some lightning in a bottle.
He's like, you are not here for my tacos today, my friend. I see. And then he like flicks a switch, and the taco truck transforms into the the mobile arsenal that it is actually. And he takes your shotgun, and he like adds the electronic components to it to make the ammunition EMP, make it take EMP ammo.
I'm also gonna ask him, do you have any EMP grenades?
Like those are a bit more expensive, my friend. I will tell you that. Okay, they are a rare piece, very difficult to come across. I will have to take a look. And he disappears behind his truck.
As
He
a
does
DM checks his purchasables.
he has 4 EMP grenades for sale.
How much?
3,000 each.
Alright, I'll take one to see how it works.
Kevlar is 1,500 for.
He's buying the Kevlar suit. I thought he said he's buying the vest.
Yeah, he's just getting a vest.
I'll splurge one of these days when I finally got a dapper or something. But right now, I just need something quick and cheap.
I need a fully armored suit for the bean. Titanite plating, nano titanite weave.
Alrighty, so he's got his vest. Kai, you're gonna buy 3 of the EMP grenades?
No, I'm buying one.
Alright, buying 1.
Yeah. Test it out.
I will add that to the bottom of your sheet. Well, the bottom, but like, bottom of your not hacking stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got one of them.
Is there any other roll that incurs for EMP?
For EMP, yeah. So EMPs, targets that are like electronic or like have bionics have to roll to like resist being like stunned. Essentially, robots will auto fail though.
Ah, sick.
Vehicles do not, but like robots and drones auto fail
Ah, sick.
unless they're like EMP shielded.
What are the odds, guys? What are the odds, guys?
High. Very high.
I mean, hey. We never know. We never know. It's all on luck, I guess. I mean, I don't think Oid's EMP proof.
He's not.
No.
Not yet.
Alright, so then we're looking good. It's not like Oid has a rubber lining.
Actually, hold on. Didn't we get the jackets, actually?
Yeah, there's the rubber lined jackets. They protect from electrical damage.
And
Ah.
X-rays.
Yeah, the EMPs
These are an electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah, these don't do damage, they just like stun robots and stuff.
So essentially, if a robot's running away from me, I can line up on the double barrel, pull both triggers, and then boom, it just shuts down. All mechanisms fried. Well, not fried, but frozen, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Sends everything into a shutdown phase,
Yeah.
which is tasty. Having fried robot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Would this be... actually, no, this.
See, it's not a good session unless we write new rules during the session.
Of course, of course. Vehicles below truck signs must make. I guess this would be like hull check.
That's right, I gotta break in my targeting suite.
Yeah. Alright. EMP grenade is created. Kevlar vest has been purchased. Anything else?
No, I'd say that's about it.
Alrighty. Okay. So, in that case, are you guys heading over to the dead zone at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you guys head over
Does
to
the
dead
Pope
zone.
like children?
What?
Yes, he does.
What happened?
So yeah, so you guys finish your purchasing. You know, Wick gets the Kevlar vest, Cairo gets the EMP shells into the EMP grenade, and then the rest of you, and then you guys head over to the dead zone. This dead zone, like all of them, is like a several hundred feet tall, giant titanite reinforced metal wall, mounted with a bunch of different kinds of turrets, lasers, drones. There are like helicopter pads and like barracks and stuff around them. They're all manned by like several checkpoints at every entrance, yada yada yada. X-ray devices to scan for weapons and explosives and all that kind of stuff. Narcotics, like drug sniffing equipment, all the kind of get caboodle. And you guys rock up, and the KE guards see that you are on payroll for extra life to do a mission in the dead zone, and they let you through unimpeded.
Nice. So they don't scan for weapons and everything.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they're like, oh, they're here to do
Good,
it.
good, good, good.
And you guys are the massive titanite doors are opened, and you guys find yourselves. I assume you're all in the crime car at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all in the crime car, and
Actually, wait.
or the vandalism van.
Probably the vandalism van because.
Because we need to stuff a body in here.
First use of the vandalism van.
Yo.
Hey.
All right, so Bonus and Oid and Unk are in the back like area of the van, while Cairo and Nox are in the front. You guys roll through the checkpoint. Like coast through. These giant doors open, like big enough to fit like mechs through and stuff like that.
I'm gonna have Ankh is like sticking his head out the window like a dog.
And you guys roll through, and it is truly night and day. I mean, to be fair, the neighborhoods that surround dead zones are like low income, like ghettos essentially. Dilapidated buildings and stuff like that. In a dead zone, is essentially like an apocalyptic wasteland. Like this is like Alaskan dead zone levels minus the snow. Like there are abandoned vehicles, like blasted wrecks of cars and tanks and APCs everywhere, skeletons lying
Everything
in the middle of the
is
road.
on fire.
Yeah, there's like fires going on. Like
There's
every
always that
building-
one fire that stays on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are like every
Well, I'll
building
tell
has
you
like broken windows
what.
or boarded up windows. There are holes in the walls, bullet holes riddle everything. There are casings littering the ground, like spent magazines and like broken weapons and like drug needles and bottles of bottles of alcohol. Anything you can imagine litters this place everywhere, all the time, forever, always.
All I'm saying is, only if one of us had a scrapper background, I would frequently visit the dead zone.
You need to get out.
Oh, trust me, I have my ways.
Yeah, this place is definitely like the roughest place any of you guys have been since your last trip to a dead zone adjacent area. Yeah, this place is like the purge. Like there are people like stumbling around, obviously like blasted up or something. Like in alleyways, people are getting assaulted. There are like corpses bleeding out on the sides of the road, and like literally like against the drainage, like drainage grates.
Jesus.
People are like fighting over like literally like scraps of clothing and food. It's real bad. It's real bad. Everything is covered in like at least like a straight centimeter of grime at all times. Your car is now the most valuable possession in this place, probably.
That's why I said the vandalism van, because the crime car has upgrades.
Yeah, the van is a van.
Yeah, that's
is
true.
A stolen van. The van is definitely the cleanest thing in this place, for sure.
The most professional looking.
Yeah. And you guys know vaguely where you're going. Like the last known address of the guy.
Well, we've got the coordinates and everything, right?
Yeah. So I assume you guys will be heading towards the last known location.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys start driving, and you guys pass by like makeshift cobbled together like hovels and huts, like haphazardly stacked on top of other hovels. You pass like makeshift like bars and like food stands. You pass like all different kinds of like makeshift illegal like businesses, essentially, like stalls, people are selling stuff. Everybody here is either partially chromed out or like missing a limb or some shade of crippled or retarded. Like people are this is where the
Some
mutants
shit.
live. So there are people who are walking around with like giant tumors on their bodies or like multiple limbs growing out of these places they shouldn't be growing out of. It's real bad.
It's an unsavory sight.
Yeah, it's about as savory as you can get besides like full on like leaving the city essentially.
Yeah.
And you're driving past all these scenes of
I finally have art for Ankh, by the way.
you guys are driving through here and witnessing all these various scenes of depravity and despair and poverty essentially, and you guys make it, narrowly avoiding some shady characters, roving biker gangs and wandering gangs of hooligans.
A revolving shotgun gang.
The revolving shotgun gang, the guys who run around with AA-12s.
Yeah.
People down.
Bonus, your people.
And yeah, you guys eventually reach the warehouse. Nobody messes with you guys because you look professional.
Ankh is also a deterrent.
Yeah, there's a deterrent.
Yeah.
Bonus has his like shotgun like in full view of the windows and stuff like that, so that people know that like you're packing.
Do we get like one of those hobos that like comes up and tries to like clean the front windshield.
I'd shoot them on the spot.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, I
nobody-
was gonna say, if one of those comes up to us, I could extend my baton out and just shock him.
Shock 'em.
Nobody walks up because you guys like there are no street laws here.
We don't stop.
Functioning stoplights. Yeah, so people just drive, at all kinds of different speeds and stuff. So
150 miles an hour without any proper steering.
hey, if you want.
They only go straight, so they only live on one block.
Every time they get home, they have to crash into their front door.
But yeah, there are definitely like gangs of like street racers and stuff that blast past you guys and like narrowly avoid like T-boning the van as it like casually strolls past. You know, they're all like going hundreds of miles per hour, blasting through the ruined, wrecked streets of the dead zone. The air here smells like ash and oil and grease
Iron.
and blood, and like dirt, and it's gross.
None of which affects me.
Yeah, you guys are all wearing your respirators, or you're a robot, and you don't need to breathe anyway. But you know, just kind of helps to help the atmosphere. And you guys eventually get
Oxygen
to
analyzer.
this probably like, and these buildings also are all like decades old and have not been updated. So this is like driving through like an hour, like 2022 modern neighborhood that's been like bombed. with,
Oh, like
generations.
like in Fallout and whatnot, where you're blast from the past and you see everything.
Yeah,
So essentially, New York.
yeah, it looks like old, like our modern New York got like new.
Damn.
So New York.
Yeah, normal New York.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving through. All the buildings are super old-fashioned. All the wrecked cars are all super old-fashioned. It's very strange. You see like some.
Oh, there's a
Hondas,
there's a
Toyotas and stuff.
2022 Corvette.
Yeah, there's like there's a Prius.
What?
Haven't seen one of those.
The what is this?
A relic from a much more.
Civilized age.
I'm glad you get that reference.
So you guys pull up to this like 3 or 4 story like apartment complex that looks abandoned. It's made of concrete. The paint is peeling. Like there are like some like front steps and stuff, and there are like bullet casings and stuff littering it. Like
I should mention
cigarette butts, ashes.
you should probably have Punk guard the car.
Yeah, probably. Ank's gonna. So what Ank is gonna do? He's gonna get on top of the car in full guard mode. Like, I dare you, human. Come at me, meatbag.
He just plays Oid's voice on loop. Come at me, meatbag. Come at me, meatbag.
Jesus.
Terrifying.
I'm gonna outfit Ankh with a voice at some point. He already has ringtone.
Yeah, they're ringtones. But yeah, so Blanc gets on the car and starts defending it. People do kind of like crawl out from the woodwork and the alleyways and like the holes in the walls and stuff in here and start like investigating what's going on. And then Ankh like auto trains the gun on them, and they're like, and they duck back into the alleyways and stuff.
So the moment that someone like the people start surrounding the car, Ankh's machine gun pops out and it racks a shell.
Yeah, they're like, uh-oh, and they all book it.
I'm going to train him. I'm gonna have his directive be if anyone gets within 50 yards of the car, shoot on sight, because no one's gonna ask questions here.
Yeah, you can kill indiscriminately here.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, he does. He sets up, and his gun just starts like swiveling slowly, like in a full like 360-degree arc.
Sentry gun.
Yeah, like a Portal 2 sentry gun, something like that. It's kind of pacing there, waiting. Yeah, you guys are free to enter.
Like
So
it comes full with like, hello, are
Yeah.
you there?
Fight me, meatbag. And just
All right, well, into the thick of it.
Alrighty.
I, you know, do. Hmm. First off, I look around on either sides to see what, like, escape points there are.
To the building?
Yes, if it's a one way or there's multiple ways.
I mean, every window is broken and there are holes in the walls.
Good to know.
Plenty of potential
Okay.
escape routes.
Plenty, yes. I think we should have
Monk's secondary. I'm gonna set him up with a secondary objective. If he sees our target, shoot to immobilize.
Alright.
He's everyone as the target.
Yeah. Shoot.
Well, it's a very specific target.
Yeah, you guys have like the image.
We have the serial number too,
Yeah.
or model number, not serial number.
Well, yeah, but I can't go off that.
Yes, he can.
No, we can't.
He doesn't have a general HUD yet, so he can't.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
you
the
should,
next-
you
that's-
should
that's the
outfit
next
Bonk
step.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I will not take point, but if you want, I could go in the front entrance or somewhere else, whichever.
I'll take point.
All right, you can take point. Oh,
I think Bonus probably would take point. He has the actual riot shield.
oh yeah, he actually has a shield.
And
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah. Well, I've got a shield as well.
Yeah, but yours is
You do?
smaller.
Mine's a
Yeah.
buckler.
he has a full riot shield.
Yeah, full riot shield, like a tower.
Alright, so
shield.
then I can take the back.
Yeah.
All right, and you go back. I'll go up left, and Oid can go up right, or Oid can double stack behind either Cairo or Bonus. Bonus being better because he has a riot shield.
Yeah, Bonus's shield actually counts as cover if you hide behind him.
Well, then wait, shouldn't I be behind bonus because I have the EMP rounds?
All right, then double stack up the middle, and either of us will flank up the sides.
Alright, that works.
All right, Oid, left or right?
Up or down?
Depending.
Yes or no?
Maybe so.
Black or white? White.
We're all thinking it.
I will also distribute the photo amongst team members.
Yeah, I figured we'd know what it looks like by now.
Yeah, that's about to be
But
I'm assuming we're all on sub vocals at this point.
of course, it's always sub vocals all the time, even when we're in public.
Yeah, this is- I
So
think,
we're talking to the contact. It's just sub vocals.
I think as you guys are like, actually going through the building, Bonus is like, like humming to himself essentially.
But he's still on sub
over
vocals.
sub vocals.
No,
like-
he's doing that out loud.
He's not allowed. Yeah. He's giving himself a soundtrack for his action movie skills, you know?
Yeah. Alright, well, if you can tell me, Dakota, what does left or right look like? Or both? Are there stairs leading up? Are there holes?
So you know how like New York apartment buildings work? There's like that thin staircase that goes up to like the lobby,
Something like that, yeah.
first floor. It's like that, yeah.
Mm.
It's like
On both sides or one?
there's only one door.
No, I meant like on both sides of the building. Is there only one staircase on one side?
Yeah, there's one staircase for the main entrance, and there's like a back door into like the alleyway, but that doesn't have a staircase. It's just a door.
Can I flick on EM vision?
Sure.
I figure that would probably help.
I mean, yeah, but EM vision doesn't cut through really thick, like multiple walls.
Oh yeah, but all I need to see through is doors.
Mm-mm.
If that's even a thing we need to worry about here.
Yeah, I'll ask you, Oid, do you want to go up the stairs or the back? Because it looks like there's only 3 entries, not 4.
I say we try the stairs first.
Alright, so you're gonna go up the stairs, or you want me to stack with you?
Even though it's just one person we're after, we should probably be cautious. Use the buddy system.
Alright, I'll stack up with Droid up the stairs. You two go down the middle.
All right, yeah.
Now remember, you two are the only ones with, or your group in general is the only one with EMPs. So if we find
so
them
then,
first,
do we want? Oh wait,
wait. Actually, you have EMP
I
shotgun
have an
rounds,
EMP
right?
grenade. I have an EMP grenade, and then I have rounds. Yeah.
All right, I'll take the grenade then.
All right.
Alrighty, I will copy the information over on the sheets really quick.
I will try not to kill Lloyd.
Yeah, that would probably be bad. I was gonna say, do we want to split up in more diverse teams?
Well, it is diverse because now we have.
Well, you've
at
also
least
got to
two.
be careful because you have things that run off of electricity.
I have EMP for that. I got EMP shielding for it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was gonna say, if you throw that and you're in the radius, and
Yeah, my arm.
your arm could go dead.
Yeah, I got EMP shielding. Don't worry.
Well, that and like your heads-up display.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The
Mhm.
arm is fine.
You should probably add a purchasable for eyes, because as far as I understand it, you can do all your limbs, but your head and just your head isn't covered.
Eyes. It's something that's realistic, isn't it? I don't think you could EMP proof a camera.
No.
'Cause
True.
You need the lens.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm wrong. If you ever know more about that than I do, to be honest. I'm not a big computer guy.
It is essentially impossible to EMP proof a camera because
You need, like,
you can't
insulate the
EMP
whole
proof
thing.
batteries.
Yeah.
You have to insulate the entire thing, and then there's still batteries. So
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah.
All right. Well, anyways,
Maybe I'll think of some weird way to do it at some point.
some glasses or some full-on head covering.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, anyway.
Well, let's get
so
this.
Who's
Yeah.
stacked up where? When, where, why, and how?
I'm
Myself
with
and Oid
bonus.
are on the left going up the stairs, and Bonus and Cairo are going through the main entrance.
Well, the main entrance is the one with the stairs.
So what's the side of the building?
The back of the building has a door with no stairs.
Oh, there's only 2 entry points.
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess we're going up the back.
Are there not rooms on this floor?
You guys don't know. Given how this place works, even if there were rooms that weren't meant to be rooms, they are rooms because people live here, and there are no, like, building code violations because there's no OSHA, no building,
Fair enough.
like, regulation.
All right, so we'll all head up to the second floor, and then we can split up. Have one team take the third floor, and then the second team can check the second floor, and then we keep moving like that. And we always have one team a floor above and a floor below.
Okay, so then I guess we'll be on every floor above you in a sense.
Well, I was gonna say me and Bonus can take the floor above, you two can take the floor below us.
Okay.
And then we'll just alternate with floors above
Mm-hmm.
after that.
Yeah.
So once you guys are done taking the floor below us, you'll go to the floor above us,
Yeah,
and then we'll
I
go
got
to the
what
one
you're
above
saying.
you. Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
All right, so you guys, marching through the front door. It's unlocked. The first floor. It looks like people used to live here at some point, but nobody appears to be here anymore. But there are like makeshift like bedrolls and stuff like that. Beer bottles and used hypodermic needles, stuff like that, just littering about. It's very dusty, very dark. There is no electricity in the dead zone unless somebody has like a generator to make electricity. So this place is pitch black. Because it is, of course,
It's a good thing I have light correction.
Light correction prevents flashbangs. You need night vision to see in the dark.
Wouldn't
Eventually.
thermal
Eventually I'll do
technically
it.
allow? No, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Light level
Well, I have EM vision.
No,
See
I was gonna say
electricity, but
thermal.
there's no electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to keep on.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
if there is anything that pings,
Yeah. So yeah, so you guys, do your thing. You go up to the second floor, and then you go up to the third floor. There are people living in the second and the third floor. You guys do like the doors down and stuff, but they're all like hobos. They're all like junkies and stuff. They swear at you, throw bottles at you. If you might brandish knives, but as soon as you leave the room, they don't care. They go back to sleep. And you guys just keep doing that, going down from room to room, hallway to hallway, floor to floor, busting down rooms and doors and stuff. And eventually, you get to the top floor, the last room in the whole building. All four of you are reconvened. You've not found the guy. This has to be where he is. You throw the door open, and it's empty, except for, this apartment front door, or like the main like room. Off to like the left is like the small little kitchenette, and like a hallway with like the bathroom and the bedroom, and then the living room, like in the first area, the initial like big main room. The wall, the far wall, as soon as you walk in, is just spray painted in big, like neon, like LED paint graffiti. It says "We will emancipate" on it in big like block letters.
well, that's ominous.
I think if I recall
Emancipation
correctly,
Proclamation?
this might be the call sign of a particular faction.
Do tell.
Well, I think he's saying he forgot what faction it was.
Ah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't remember their name off the top of my head, but I think it will be pretty obvious if we do some searching.
Sure. I'll take my guard away to flip through the phone.
Alright, so we're gonna look for the group. It's the pretty. Well, I guess probably, yeah, give me a perception check because they're not like public.
Sure. Otherwise, I'd make a contact for information. 6.
6. You find two groups in this that are known to operate in this dead zone that match your search requirements.
AR?
The bigger one, the one that Oid is familiar with, is a group called the Proclaimers of the Emancipation. They are a terror group of technophiles that forcibly grant robots sentience and then recruit them to their extremist army. And they are like mutants and robots and like super chromed out people.
So it's a
terrorists.
technophile terrorist group.
Yeah, and then the second one, the smaller one, that's more local, is a group of like a kind of like a split off of the Proclaimers of the Emancipation called the Wireless, and they are a group of clankers that help other clankers.
Alright, well, given photo image and I don't know, weird people on the internet that write about terrorist groups in the dead zone, I'm looking at the graffiti. Can I surmise which group this could possibly be, or with the 6, not really?
With the 6, I mean this motto is used by all groups that are branches of the main Proclaimers organization. But the specific font choice and the coloring and stuff fits the Wireless.
It's the Wireless.
The LED paint is lights without wires.
Okay, so and the Wireless is a branch of this terrorist group that are robots.
They're more like the Underground Railroad, less like Al Qaeda.
Okay. But are they androids for androids, or it's another mix of people? Okay. So all we need to do, if we don't want to shoot up a bunch of androids, we get Lloyd over here. That's a bad idea. Let's just shoot up a bunch of androids.
All right.
Well,
Glad we're all on the same
after
page.
I go off my phone, I'm like, well, from Lloyd's correction, not correction, pointing out, yeah, he's right. There's a terrorist group for this, but it is not the main terrorist group. It's the wireless. Androids for androids, you know. So let's go shoot up some androids. Oh, do we know where they are? Probably not. No. But I'm pretty sure, just like any organization trying to help other people out, there's got to be a call sign for them somewhere. I mean, they use LED paint, and sure, this is the dead zone, but I'm pretty sure LED paint is easy to spot.
Yes, it's literally like glowing paint.
Yeah.
Well, then we know what we're looking out for.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do one more look over the room with EM vision,
All right, give me a perception check.
just to make sure we're not being like duped. You know. Give me a second here.
Oh my god.
That is a 8.
You look around and nothing catches your eye until you get close to the back wall where the LED paint is, and you see that there is an EM register that looks like an arrow on the floor, pointing towards one of like the bookshelves that are like the ruined bookshelves that are leaning against the wall, but it isn't glowing. So they must have some weird like nanoactive paint that's like invisible to the naked eye but can be detected by EM vision.
Okay.
And it's pointing towards this bookshelf.
Alright, I'll interact with the book shelf.
Alright, also I think you would probably notice on the front door there is a similar invisible marking that has like the head of an android on it with a bunch of like severed wires coming out of the back of the head, and that's the wireless like logo.
Well, that's ominous.
Yeah. And yes, you would walk over and you move the bookshelf. See, there's a human-sized hole in the brickwork, and there's a big electrical cable that runs from like just like a few inches above head height all the way down to another hole in a different building, like a few dozen yards away.
Well, alright, I guess we're going in. So there's a wire that runs from here to another building, right?
Like those, like so it feels like on like the 5th floor, and this wire leads like to like the 4th floor to a hole in the wall on the 4th floor, like the building across from this one.
Okay. And it's just a hole?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing parting that gap?
No, it's just like the empty like the empty alleyway, and this connecting like wire overhead, and then the 2 holes in the wall.
Well, can we get across? Is there a way to get across?
The wire.
Is it durable enough to like go across?
It is noticeably newer than the buildings that are around.
Is it like a zipline kind of deal?
It looks like an electrical cable, but it looks like a newer, like thicker electrical cable.
Alright, well, looks like we're gonna have to go next door.
Oh, I just realized I was muted. But you're just saying that this electrical wire is connected to a specific building, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, we don't look like any group that's trying to reclaim people, so let's try to keep that up while we still can.
Yeah, fair enough. But it would probably help us to go next door. Am I right? Am I right?
Well, yeah, we're gonna go next door. I'm just saying.
All right. All right, yeah. So there's no way to get across to the other building.
Not without ziplining with the wire.
Okay, gang, do we zip line with the wire?
We can't walk to the building.
I mean, you can.
Well, it doesn't mean we're gonna be able to find where the wire leads.
All right. Well,
All right.
we can have 2 teams instead of all 4.
So 2 of us are gonna zip line across.
I don't see why not.
All right. So who's going with who?
We could keep the same teams again if you want, or we could split it up.
All right, sure. We'll keep same teams.
All right. Then who's taking zipline?
Bonus and I'll do it.
All right. Me and Oid. You cool with that, Oid? You cool with being ground team?
I'm alright with that. I'm not sure the zipline would handle well with my weight anyways.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be for other. Who knows? But better safe
it's
than
not.
sorry.
It's not a concern.
Yeah. All right. Let's be ground team. Let's go.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say the 2 most agile should probably take the line, but
You have a Codian and an android.
Yeah, both of them weigh more
I
than
mean,
an average
yeah.
person.
yeah.
Both fat.
All right. So bonus and I it is.
Yeah, we're fat.
With a PH.
Oh yeah.
All right, bonus. Ready for this agility check?
He's
TM.
already halfway across his zip line, like shimmying with his hands. He's been going the whole time he wasn't talking. He's just like whatever, and he's just going.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll do the same.
Alrighty, give me that agility check.
That's a 7.
Alrighty, bonus roll to 1 so he falls.
Just like that, Dead Zone has claimed its first life.
When he's falling, like,
Does he
what,
take
5
damage?
Stories? Yeah, he's falling like 5 stories. Like maybe more like 4 really, because he's like going.
Can he brace his impact with the shield?
Yes, he can.
He has robot arms, so he's fine. On that one arm, I guess.
Yeah.
My question is there a fire escape for him to hit?
Is there a fire escape? No, he's like in the middle.
Yeah, he's done for. He's dead.
He's
He shimmying across, and
well, he got a 1, so he's definitely gonna tumble.
yeah, so he's shimmying across, and like you see, what would happen? A homeless guy in the alley below chucks a beer bottle at Bonus and smacks him like right in the junk, and Bonus just cringes and falls to his death. He's deceased. No.
You mean falls on the homeless guy?
Yeah,
He
so
falls on the homeless man and crushes him.
He falls, and as he tumbles, he does like a backflip, and like extends the shield, and he slams down onto the homeless guy, kills the homeless man. The shield takes 170 damage.
Oh my gosh.
So that's down.
I'll look down and I'll be like, "You alright, buddy?"
He's like, he rolls over, he's like,
I'll turn to the others. He's alright. I'll whip out my my like katana scabbard, and I'll put it up, and I'll
Yeah, and you-
actually like zip line over to avoid getting hit in the crotch by any hobo bottles.
This is the real gauntlet of the mission, though. The hobo bottle.
Wipeout should be in the dead zone, honestly.
TPK in the dead zone.
Oh yeah.
That's
the,
it.
The homeless people with
Be
their
a hobos.
The homeless are rising up.
First a card, then a fine china, and now a hobo bottle.
Mhm.
I'm
Jesus.
also going to open up a video link on Onk's feed to
Alright.
see what Onk sees.
Huh. Well, unless Bonus feels like coming all the way up these things to zipline, either
He's part of the ground team.
Yeah,
Hit
part of
3.
the team now.
part of the ground team.
So Nox,
You guys-
would you
you
like
guys-
to
you
join
guys see
me?
him right as he slams into the ground and kills that homeless guy. And here's like, oh, hello, bonus. And he's like, I'm getting too old for this. And he like,
Nice
calls
for you
him-
to, drop in on us.
like, yeah. Oh.
I help him up. I extend a hand. Like, come on.
Yeah, he gets up and he like stomps on the homeless guy's skull a couple times, just to really make sure that this man is dead.
I look at him and I'm like, don't worry. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say. But let's hope Cairo doesn't get himself killed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, and we just see like
Guys,
android
they're
carrying-
shooting me.
carrying Kyra's head on a pike, cheering. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. But no, so yeah, so you zip line across, no problemo, and you find yourself standing in another like abandoned apartment.
you know what time it is. It's time for that EM vision.
Give me that perception check.
Go blind. This whole
Alright.
building is lined with the
It's covered
That
in
is
EM
a
shade.
10.
10. Oh, you see
Natty.
your target. No.
Oh!
But you do
Have
see,
at the name.
yeah, you do see that like the floor in like the hallway down the like in the room is caved in, and is like a ramp that leads into the room below.
Alright, yeah, I'll slide down that ramp.
Right, you slide down the ramp, and you find yourself in another apartment. This time there are
Who would have guessed?
some like Chinese like lanterns hanging from the ceiling, and they're all covered in LED paint, so they glow really nice, different colors.
I'm gonna keep this a little bit stealthy.
All right, roll an agility to be stealthy.
That is an 8, sir.
All right, so you get down low. How low can you go? Pretty low, evidently.
Pretty low to the floor.
Yeah. And you creep around. You don't hear anything.
Is anything coming up on EM?
There are more arrows that point out into the hallway and down the hallway towards the staircase.
What are the odds this is just a fucking goose chase?
What? No.
This is like one of
How
the
could
most
that
complicated
ever happen
fetch
to us?
quests I've ever
What?
done.
Dakota making us go on a goose? What? No.
Totally isn't
I'm
trying
gonna
to get
look
you guys
around.
into the dead zone so I can trap you there indefinitely.
Forever. What?
I'm gonna look around this apartment a little more.
At the apartment, the one with the Chinese lanterns,
Yeah.
we did get a 10. There is evidence that someone moved through here in the past day or so. Like there are visible like footprints in the dust.
Okay. All right. So I guess next is like where are they going to?
They lead down the hallway down the stairs.
All right. You twisted my arm.
All right. So you head on down to the stairs. At this point, you'd be on the second level, and you see that like the hallway for the second floor is just missing. Like the floor is missing.
I see. Are there more of these arrows?
There are, and they all lead. I know you look at it. It looks like there's probably some kind of like gas main explosion here at some point, because the whole first floor is a crater, and the part of the second floor's floor is gone because it all fell into the crater.
Uh-huh.
There are several skeletons
see.
here, by the way. The people
Where are
that
the
died.
arrows leading me?
They lead into a giant, like the epicenter of the crater, that seems to lead into like the sewer line.
Oh. Well, all right then. I'm gonna ping my coordinates for the others, and then I'm gonna have them meet me there.
All right, then you're gonna
Or, well,
slide
at the
down
epicenter of the crater.
You're
Yeah.
gonna, like go into the sewer. Or you're just gonna like stop yourself.
I'm gonna stop myself before I go into the sewer.
Okay. For the rest of you outside, this building looks totally normal. You wouldn't have any idea that there was a gas-made explosion on the first floor. All the windows on the first floor are notably boarded up or like sealed off with like plastic bags or wooden boards or metal corrugated like sheets or like plastic carding and stuff like that. It's all boarded up so you can't see inside. And you guys.
So what I'm gonna do for them is I'm gonna give them a 3-dimensional like GPS coordinate to meet me at, and like you know how like you get the layout of a building.
Yeah.
It'll be like what I've been through and where to meet me at.
Yeah.
So it'll be like under the first floor.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys walk around. You get that information. Walk around to the front of the building. On the front of the building is a set of double doors. They look like they used to be glass, but they've since been filled in with like wooden boarding and like metal plates. The doors, like the frame of the doors, the metal like framework is visibly bulged out. Like there's some great impact that came from behind it, from inside the building, and then that's all like boarded up. And there are a heavy rusted chain with like a padlock keeping it closed.
I look to see if there's any triggers that are attached to this padlock.
Gimme a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Look at the scene.
Oh, that's another 10 for the session.
This is
Jeez.
Hey.
So you look at the padlock, see that it's rusted, still functioning, although you probably couldn't unlock it even if you had the key. You do see, however, between like the teeny tiniest of cracks in the nailed wooden boards, you see a reflection in the well, it's never sunny in Ryanstown. The vague ambient lighting that comes from the sky. You see this little sheen in this little crack of like fishing line wire, and you kind of peer around it, and you see the ring of a grenade attached to the
No.
fishing line.
Should have taken the zip line.
Yeah, you
I think we have to take the zip line.
or you just kick the door
Disarm
open,
it.
put bonus in front of it, and then he can take the grenade blast.
Hmm.
And promptly pass
Or
away.
you could just cut the line and then
Yeah.
hide on the wall.
I was gonna say, is there any way for me to disarm this?
Yeah, you figure if you use your sword and stabbed through the woodworking and got the wire, but if you stabbed it too harsh and too fast, and you jerked the door
It'll
too
pull
much,
the grenade out.
Yeah. It'll pull the grenade. So you need to be very careful with your incisions, but you can do it.
I would say this takes a luck check.
Well, regardless of a luck check, I got a 9.
Yeah, so you
Oh.
kind of like take out like you're taking a combat knife and you like jam it in a little gap and just kind of very slowly like hammer like the hilt of the knife in. Because then it goes like a knife through butter. And you hear like a ting as like the guitar string snaps. And you're like, okay, it is done. And then you you cut the chain off the door, and you swing them wide, and you take a step in, and you lose your footing because it's a giant crater, and you all fall into the sewer, and we end the session there.
Wait a minute. So Kairo's standing by the hole, right?
Yeah, and you just see these all three of your companions.
And then I just see
comically
all
slide
three of
in.
them slide in uncontrollably. And I'm just looking down at them like, well, shit.
It's like all three of them are more agile than me. They could have stopped themselves if they wanted to, but they didn't.
I think I'm the least agile one here.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I just thought Dakota was just putting that there. I was like, yeah, sure. I don't mind next session doing those like Gears of War. They all fall through a
They
hole
fall
and they
through the
start
hole.
sliding through a tunnel.
Like I'm facing the wrong way, and then I just hear them falling
Yeah.
and then splash, and I'm like, oh.
You just like stare at the camera like The Office, be like,
All right, well, quite a lively session so far. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you liked it, you know what to do. If you didn't, be gone, thought. And we will see you next time on Quest for the Core.